Max, welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the 911 Turbo S 992, and I'm making this video to tell you why you should not ever bet money against one of these cars in any lobby slower than 9 seconds. Even in 9 seconds it's risky, and here's why. This is a fully maxed 911 Turbo S, and the thing about this car is that it has an interesting tune where once you get past max evo tune, okay, and well, that's actually over here somewhere, you can see that it's a 7.9 or 8.0 car, but as you move it further and further to the right, you'll see that eventually it does this. That evo drop puts it in 9 seconds and it can run that 8.0, but if you keep pushing it, the car keeps getting slower. Now it's in 12.7, now it's in 12.8, now it's in 16, which means it can be in any of these lobbies like 12.8, and let me show you what it can run. If you're a newer player and you see this car in the slower lobbies, run away, because unless you're just playing for fun and you don't mind, you know, testing out this guy, chances are this is what could happen to you if the guy decides to go all out. Now, most of the smarter players won't go all out, okay? We won't do that. We'll just use the car and stay slightly ahead of you and crush you. When it comes to betting money, of course, even a tenth of a second or even a thousandth of a second ahead, I still get the money from you. So that's where you got to be careful. This is an 8.0 car hanging out in the 12.8 13-second lobby. Yes, this car will get bumped very easily, but no, most guys that know to use this car also knows how to control it a little bit, and also will essentially do things in different ways, adjusting dyno to bump the car back down, and it's perfectly possible. So this car can stay around in your 13-14-second lobby for a long time. I'm not going to beat this guy, but even though I could easily crush him, the Yamera is a good tier 4 live racer, and in this kind of a slower lobby, it's actually pretty competitive. I would expect it in this lobby to run that 12.8 that I know it can. Okay, but I'm going to let him catch up because I'm not here to kill him. I'm just here to demonstrate what lobby I'm in. As you can see, I'm barely shifting and just slowly cruising down. And what does he run? 12.9, what I expected him to run around, and that's a competitive live racer in this lobby. So you can imagine this Porsche can crush anybody that it goes up against in these slower lobbies. There's no doubt about it, and you can easily raise 200k. So a lot of these guys that come out and says, you're chicken if you don't raise me, this is the card they're using. And that's because they know they can run that 8.0 if needed to just get that 200k. Sure, you could bump these guys out of the lobby by pushing them, is what I call. You know, you run the absolute fastest you can so they can't slow down as much. Usually that'll push them out of the lobby over time. But it can still be very risky to do that. You can potentially bump your car, although it rarely does. And sometimes you'll see that you did that to them and yet they stayed in the lobby, making you feel like, oh man, I can't bump this guy. The truth is still bump. I mean, it just takes a little extra effort on other players' part. But a smart racer using the Porsche will simply beat you by a hair, and they will be able to keep this car in the lobby and only win when they bet money and take your money. So that is my essentially free advice given out to newer players, because I see this Porsche a lot in the newer lobbies. I don't mind if you come to 9-second lobby against me and beat me with some kind of down tune. I'm perfectly fine with that, but I don't like it as much to see this kind of tunes being used against much newer players, because they wouldn't know, and it's really not fair. So I'm giving you this kind of video to give you an idea what this car can do, how it can do it, and where it ends up in the lobbies. So that's it. That is my free advice to newer players. If you see this Porsche and it raises cash, run away. No shame in refusing. In fact, I refuse these guys a lot when they raise cash because I know they're going to beat me. In any case, if you like holding on to your cash and making it, this is a car you shouldn't bet money against. And there are others. The Tuatara comes to mind. The Under Pressure Camaro comes to mind. The Plymouth GTX comes to mind. And the Purple Star Cuda is another one of those monsters. So some of these cars, if they're lurking in slower lobbies, the player that's running them generally are more seasoned, they know this tune, and they're looking for some quick cash. So your choice if you like giving your money away. I don't mind giving a donation now and then, but generally I don't feel like being robbed. So that is it. That is this video. The purpose of the video is to just give newer players a heads up on this car. I know some of you use this car may hate me for this, but hey, this is not exactly a secret tune. It's been out there with other YouTubers for quite a while, and I see these cars lurking all over 12 to 13 second lobbies, all the way up to 10s and 9s. So it is what it is. Race them at your own risk. Anyway, if you have any comments, feel free to make them. If you like the video, leave a like. If you hate me for making a video, dislike it. I don't care. If you like my channel and would like to get notifications when I put up videos like this, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get those notifications. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.